I have been asked for forehead mapping of when I do my own talks, and we are on a road trip. So here's what I'm going to show you. As a reminder, I am a licensed and practicing esthetician, but I am not your licensed and practicing esthetician. This is not medical advice. Please seek the advice of trained medical professionals. Now, I've had my Botox done a variety of times, multiple times, from licensed trained professionals, and it's always turned out different, and there's always been something that I'm going to say didn't take, okay? So when I started doing my own, I did some research, and by research I mean I read some books, I watched some videos, I asked some questions, and one of the things that has become most important to me is understanding that my face is not your face is not my face. Also, becoming intimately familiar with what your muscles do, how your muscles work, is really, really important. So for me, my forehead generally looks like this. I have a very strong frontalis muscle. The frontalis muscle is the sole muscle responsible for raising your eyebrows, right? I always refer to my forehead as a Sharpay's ass, okay? Most people have between 3 and 5 lines on their forehead. I have 9, and those lines go up into my hairline as well. And every time I have had professional Botox done, I am left with what look like Wi-Fi lines, which are here, but they're in my hairline. So I have this frozen face and lines in my forehead. And every time I've said something to my injector, they've always said, well, that becomes medical Botox, so that we have to treat that a little bit differently. And I'm like, can we just treat it, you know? So it was really important to me that I find out how I can fix that and whatever. So this is what I have found works for me based on my muscles, my face. Also, I'll be 52 years old this year. My muscles are a little bit older. Therefore, I treat my face rather than being intramuscular. I treat my face on the forehead. I use an intradermal method, which means that it's incredibly superficial. My syringe goes in at a 10 to 15% angle, very superficially, 1 to 2 millimeters in depth only. And what that does, doesn't paralyze fully the forehead. It paralyzes but softens fine lines and wrinkles. But I do a lot of units. I did a 56 unit forehead. Okay, that's not for everybody, but that is for me. The difference between intradermal and intramuscular is that the angle in the angle in which you hold your needle. So intradermal, you're going to do a 10 to 15% angle. And go 1 to 2 millimeters very superficially. It's going to deposit a bleb or a wheal, which is like a bump on your skin. Intramuscular, you're going to go at a 45 to 90 degree angle. And you're going to go 4 to even 8 millimeters in depth, depending on the muscle. And you will not see blebs from that, okay? Intramuscular is designed to fully paralyze. Intradermal is designed to soften. Although you can see from my forehead, I'm trying to raise my eyebrows. There is no movement, okay? And that is because of the number of units that I did. So this might not be a mapping method for everyone. First rule of thumb is to never go below 1 centimeter above your eyebrow, okay? Bear in mind, I'm doing this in a moving vehicle, okay? So below here, no zone. Okay, my pen's starting to not work, so this is also fun. The frontalis is a funny shaped muscle. It's almost rectangular, but it kind of almost looks like inverted goggles or something, right? So no need to put any units right here, okay? So no zone. The exception here, the reason you don't go below this line is because you don't want to like drop your eyebrow, right? These are the only muscles responsible for lifting the eyebrow, right? So don't go below there. For me, okay, here is my mapping. Every spot gets 2 units, and I use botulinum toxin. This last time I used Wonder Tox. I loved it. It had very fast efficacy. Like I noticed in 3 days that my movement was gone. So I do 4 rows? Yeah. 4 rows of 5 injections. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Then here I go 2 and 2. And over here I go 2, 2, 2. Now that helps me to not have a heavy brow here, but also I don't have Wi-Fi lines. Okay, I have a little bit of movement, but I don't have Wi-Fi lines. Now for the top units up here of the 2 columns, I go into my hairline. I go 1 finger into my hairline. 2 units, 2 units, 2 units, 2 units, 2 units, 2 units, okay? For me, that prevents all movement up into my hairline. That's how I map my forehead. And I go very superficially. I have 105 million bumps on my face when I'm done, and it doesn't take very long, less than an hour, and the blebs are gone, usually way faster than that. And yeah, I've used Innotox, which I haven't used this method with Innotox. I have used this method with Nagoda and with Wonder Tox, and I've loved both of them. There was just a deer head driving down a highway, by the way, freeway. Anyway,